lights. Oh, man, here we go. It's Brandon Groom, rhymes with groom, rhymes with Yankees. Brandon Groom and Rocco Valentino. It was hardcore night, which means you can use anything, including microphones. Get that microphone at me. Well, never mind. There's a joke there, but I'll leave it. Hey, got the microphone, got him by the head, and, excuse me, just, right in the throat with the microphone. Testing 1, 2. The microphone still works, but Brandon Groom doesn't. Oh, and he got him with the chair, too. So you can use anything. Anything's legal. And, in fact, the referee is, Big Daddy. Oh, man, there goes that chair right in the face. I mean, that's really not good. Up goes Brandon Groom, though. He's about to get it. And then watch over here in the corner. Wacko with the kendo stick. Your great Bolo saves Rocco's bacon by taking care of Brandon Groom, and then it's just a matter of time, then you see. Down goes Rocco, down goes Brandon, and 1, 2, 3, and that would be the old wrestling match.
Your winner, and still wearing the yellow.
Still wearing the yellow. Rocco Valentino. Anyway, more wrestling coming up this Saturday night, Diane, by the way, at the River Lanes Bowling Alley. They have a little adjacent area there for wrestling. $5 gets you in the door, $10 to get you right there in the front row. And the special guest this Saturday night, Danny Hodge, who is a wrestling legend in Oklahoma, both amateur wrestling and professional wrestling. And if you're really nice kids, he may take that apple, because he does this thing with an apple. He can still do it. Grabs that apple, and he just squeezes that baby and crushes the apple in his hand. And then you got applesauce and apple juice running all over everything. It's a very cool thing to see, and it'd be worth $5 to go out there and see that.
All righty, Saturday night.
Yes.
This is a very special occasion for us. This is our Night of Champions. And what could be better than to have one of the greatest champions of all time as our special guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce him, let me briefly read some of his biography. We haven't got that much time. You're going to be doing time here in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman in his collegiate style of wrestling had no fear, indeed no challenger. He won every one of his 46 bouts for the University of Oklahoma, 36 of them by fall, an astonishing 78%. During his junior and senior years, he pinned 22 consecutive opponents, and no collegiate foe ever took him to the mat from a standing position. 3 times a national collegiate champion at 177 pounds, he was twice voted outstanding wrestler of the NCAA tournament. In one 10-day span in 1956, his junior year, this man won the NCAA title and national AAU title championships in both Greco-Roman and freestyle, winning every bout in those tournaments by fall. He was twice an Olympic wrestler, placing 5th in the 1952 Helsinki events before his college career started, and winning the silver medal in the 1956 games in Melbourne. There in the championship bout, he led the Bulgarian opponent by a wide margin when a controversial rolling fall was called against him. Over 5 years, starting in 1952, his only 3 defeats in any style of wrestling were administered by 3 Olympic champions, a Russian, an American, and a Bulgarian. This man won the National Golden Gloves and National AAU championships in boxing, becoming the first athlete in more than 50 years to win national titles in both sports. In professional wrestling, he held titles all over the country, and just 2 weeks ago was named the chairman of the Oklahoma Boxing and Wrestling Commission, the legendary Danny Hodge. Danny Hodge. Mr. Chairman, it is a privilege and a pleasure to have you and your lovely wife, Loris, here tonight. Thank you for taking time out from your very busy schedule to be here at OPW. We're so glad you're here. We hope you enjoy it. And if you would, stick around at intermission. I know a lot of these people would love to come up and meet you personally, so we'll do that. Danny, are you ready for the show to get started? Let's do it! Snap, you're one of my favorite guys, one of our favorite wrestlers, but you're not scheduled to wrestle tonight.
I'm tired of sitting in the back every night. I want a match tonight.
You're not in the back all the time. You've been wrestling, you're doing real well.
Lately, I've been in the back. I was here hardcore.
Should we get Snap a match tonight? I'll tell you what, Snap. We had scheduled the main event, a guy that was a big hero in another organization, but he has not proved himself here. He came here twice and turned on Chief Red Eagle. Scott Summers, you're not in the main event. I want you down here right now to wrestle this upcoming star. Get your you-know-what in the ring. Let's have a match right now. What do you think, F? Let's do it. Tonight with the heavyweight champion here. I had a signed contract acquired. That's the bottom line. Okay, you cheat me out of the title shot here, and you're making me wrestle some punk. Okay? And just because I dropped Chief Red Eagle on his head last week when I put him in the DDT right in front of this crowd. I wish he was here, because I'd like to do it again.
You know, that'd be real funny if any of you idiots could read to start with. Because I know down at Sesame Street, they're only up to the letter O and to the number 5, okay? Listen, Grover, you're just as furry as him, but you don't have the education. Over here to my right, the man that owns this end of town and is certain to buy a whole lot more. He is the best, in my opinion, referee. He doesn't wear the traditional black and white stripe because he's just that much better. He is marvelous, Mike Monroe. And over here to my left is the reason that each and every one of you guys go to work, so that you can buy your little $5 ticket that takes you a whole day to earn that, so you can see Heather Savage. And last but certainly not least, he weighs in at 357 pounds. He's a twin towers. He is Freddie Krueger. He's Brad Pitt. He's Burt Reynolds. All rolled into one. He is the great. And you voted him the sexiest man in OPW. The great Lolo.
Remember, last week I told you I have a big surprise for you. But actually, you guys remember the big surprise?
Yeah, Zane, yeah, I remember. It's just I don't care.
Well, you might not care about my big surprise, but I have another surprise that Mike Monroe might care about first.
Hey, Monroe, you remember about 3 weeks ago, the match we had? You know who won, right? I want you to go right back there, and I want you to get on a referee shirt, because you're going to do this the official way. You either do that, or you're out of here. You've been gone for 3 weeks. You've still got a job as of now. I want you to go back, get your shirt, and you come out here, you come out as an official. It's supposed to look.
While we're waiting on this joker to come back in his striped shirt, we're going to get to your surprise. How many people want to see the surprise? What about this side over here, huh? Well, Rocco, get ready for your worst nightmare in yellow. Hit the music!
make sure you call everything like it's supposed to be. I'm going to sit right here and make sure you do.
I'll tell you what, Heflin, why don't you send Brandon, little boy groom, back to the back, since you made him change, make him change the yellow because everybody knows I wear the yellow.
Well, the reason I don't do that, Rocco, because it fits your personality a little bit.
Rocco, we're going to ask the crowd. I want everybody to say, who looks better in yellow, Rocco? Or Brandon? I think the jury has spoken.
tell you again, and I'm going to give you two more chances to keep your, you know what, in the back, and keep the yellow off. Anybody in the state wears yellow, it's Rocco Valentino. Ladies and gentlemen, cheer for me. If not for me, then for the sexiest man in RPW.
Tonight, after the smoke clears, you will see the Bad Boys added to the list of our casualties. And you know, McGuire, that's just one more piece of your company that we're taking. And there's nothing that you can do about it. to get in control of OVW.
I don't know about y'all. Judging from this, some of the blood smells pretty good tonight. That's crap. You saw it. You saw it. And don't referee saw it. I'm tired of this thing. How many times have we got checked for this crap? How many? You gonna get your brass to stand up, or what are you gonna do? They're punking you out, McGuire, and they're taking us with it. Do something. Because if you don't do something, Schmidt will happen.
Renegade, I made it as clear as I could. With all due respect, that was the contract. Loser leaves OPW. Nice to see you, but it's time for you to get your gear, get your bag, and leave the building.
Come on, McGuire. There's gotta be somebody back there that wants to rest. I'm already geared up. What you mean? I never did get the 3 cameras. Please, be a match, McGuire.
What do your people think? You want to see Renegade wrestle? Well, good. You can come back in another 20 days when your suspension is over, because you are out of this building right now, Renegade. Get your bags and leave the building. I'm going to call some police. Exit you out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's semi-main event is for the light heavyweight title and is scheduled for one fall and a 10-minute time limit. First, introducing the challenger. He weighs in at 170 pounds from Ponce, Puerto Rico. Please welcome Tarantula. street. We trained him. Look at him. Nobody likes him. He can't wrestle. It was a fluke when he won the belt. You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to strip the title from him right now. And do me a favor, Kid Flash. Don't even come out. Pack your bags, and you and Renegade can go to the Quick Trip and sit down there and do what you guys do at midnight, all right? Kid Flash, I'm sick of you. These people are sick of you. You're out of here. Don't even come out. Goodbye. And Tarantula, I'll tell you what, you're the real champion around here. Don't you people agree? All right. I'm going to give you the... Hey, what about you? Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. What about you? Go ahead. Come on, Trent. want to brawl, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Tarantula, we're going to have a contest. We're going to have a tournament starting next week. The OPW light heavyweight belt is vacant. You four men be here. We're going to have a tournament, and who wins the tournament will be the new OPW light heavyweight champion. That's how it is. Now you all get to the back. wrestle tonight unless you're going to wrestle me or Heflin. That ain't going to happen. Scott Summers took a nosedive here early. Looks like you got the night off. What do you people think? I'm a fair man, Renegade. Here's the deal. Either you pin Big Daddy Moore 1, 2, 3, or you continue your vacation and don't show your face here for the allotted time. That's the deal. 1, 2, 3, you gotta pin him. You wanna do it, Big Daddy? You wanna do it? All right, Renegade, they asked for it, we'll give it to them. Have fun, let them go.
We wrestle in the ring, come on, come on. Come on, man, I ain't got all day, I got things to do.
Bellator Light Heavyweight Championship title tournament. Thank you so much for coming out. We'll see you then.